Hey everyone, welcome back. Last time we dove headfirst into the fascinating world of ant self-awareness, and the verdict, a nuanced true when it came to self-recognition. It blew a lot of minds, including ours. Now that episode sparked a comment from Curious Mind 9287. They said, and I quote, "Good story. I believe that there are enough evidences to say even without this experiment that insects cannot be not self-aware and must experience emotions." It's a bold claim, and it brings up a whole new level of debate. Do insects, like ants, experience emotions? Today, we're putting that very question to the ultimate true or busted challenge. Can tiny brains feel joy or fear? Let's find out. So, emotions. For us humans, it's pretty straightforward, right? We feel happy, sad, angry, scared. We express these emotions in complex ways, and they deeply influence our behaviour. But what about an ant? Can that 250,000 neuron brain actually feel something akin to fear when a giant human foot looms overhead? When scientists talk about animal emotions, it gets tricky. We can't ask an ant how it's feeling. So, researchers look for behavioural and psychological indicators that suggest an emotional state. Think about a dog wagging its tail or a cat purring. These are pretty clear signs of contentment. But what about an insect? For a long time, the prevailing scientific view was that insects operate largely on instinct and hardwired responses. They react to stimuli in predictable ways, like a tiny complex robot. The idea of an ant experiencing genuine fear or joy was widely considered busted. However, just like with self-awareness, new research is starting to chip away at that assumption. While we're nowhere near saying ants feel love or regret, some studies suggest that insect behaviour goes beyond simple reflexes and might indicate rudimentary emotional states. Consider the idea of stress or anxiety in insects. Recent studies have shown that insects, including fruit flies and even bees, exhibit behavioural changes when subjected to adverse conditions, like being exposed to predators or harsh environments. For example, fruit flies that experience negative events can then show a prolonged state of caution or reduced exploration, almost like a form of pessimistic outlook. This isn't just a simple avoidance reflex, it's a sustained change in behaviour that looks a lot like what we'd call anxiety in more complex animals. And it's not just behaviour. Researchers are also looking at neurotransmitters, the chemical messengers in the brain. Serotonin and dopamine, chemicals associated with mood and reward in humans, are also present in insect brains. Where the roles aren't identical, changes in these chemicals do correlate with changes in insect behaviour, hinting at some shared biological underpinnings for these states. So, when Curious Mind 9287 suggests enough evidence, they're tapping into the growing body of research. It's not about human-like emotions, but about whether insects possess any internal states that could be considered precursors or simpler forms of what we define as emotions. Now, here's the crucial part. Does a stress response or a change in dopamine levels definitely mean an ant feels fear or happiness in the way that we do? No, not at all. We have no way of knowing their subjective experience or qualia, but it does suggest they are not just tiny, unfeeling automatons. So, what's the final call on the claim? Insects experience emotions. Is it true or busted? While the idea of ants feeling complex emotions like love or jealousy is still firmly busted, the claim that insects exhibit rudimentary emotional states or precursors to emotions is increasingly looking true. It's a nuanced truth, certainly not a human-level emotional spectrum, but a significant shift from the long-held belief that they're more biological machines. This ongoing research means we're constantly redefining what we thought was possible in the animal kingdom. The more we learn about these incredible creatures, from their self-recognition to their stress responses, the more we realise the line between us and them is far blurrier than we ever imagined. So, to Curious Mind 9287, you're onto something. While the evidence isn't about fully formed emotions as we know them, the scientific community is finding more and more reasons to believe that insects are far more complex than just insect-driven robots. They may not feel love, but they certainly seem to experience something akin to discomfort or stress, and that is truly mind-expanding. What do you think? Does this new understanding of insect behaviour change your perspective? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this dive into insect emotions as fascinating as we did, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Fact or Fiction Foundry for more incredible revelations. Until next time, keep questioning, keep challenging, and keep busting those myths.